Guys, should we play some Would You Rather?
Yes! I love Would You Rather. We play.
Okay, it's kind of complicated, but would you rather be able to have a phone and not be able to talk to each other ever again, or not have a phone and be able to talk to each other all the time?
Not having a phone and be able to talk forever.
Wait, I don't get it.
Wait, would you rather have a phone and only communicate through your phone and never
you wouldn't be able to talk to each other
Not even
at
on
all,
your phone?
ever again.
I just have an iPad.
What's the point of having a phone?
Now you're getting too into it. Just not have any electronics ever.
But we'd have to
still
see
be
each
able
other.
to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That means no more school, so.
True. That's good. Or then you would not have a phone and you'd be able to talk all the time.
Not have a phone.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a little slow on that one. I can never think of them, so does anybody else have one?
But what if you want to start a company and make an electronic?
Brady takes everything and makes it so complicated.
Would you guys rather be an hour late for rehearsal or just forget your costume on competition day?
Well, you'd be killed either way.
Yeah, you would get killed.
I would rather be
an hour.
I would rather pick
hour late.
That way I could have my costume and then I could learn the hour that you did like an hour later.
Well, we'd be killed either way. If we were an hour late to rehearsal, we could just learn the dance later that day. Everyone could just teach it to us. But if we forgot our costume, we'd never even be in the dance.
Exactly. The only thing about being an hour late for rehearsals is they're gonna hold it against you. Always gonna be like, well, Sarah, your foot's not pointed and your legs are straight because you were an hour late to rehearsal.
But at least you could be in the dance.
But if you forgot your costume, they would kick you out of the dance, and then we'd have to like re-space the dance right before we went on stage, and that would be terrible.
But honestly, either way, you would be at the bottom of the pyramid next week.
Who even knows what pyramid is at this point? Okay, wait, okay, I have one.
Lily has one.
Would you rather never eat candy ever again or always eat candy every day?
Always eat candy every day.
But never be able to eat anything else
I don't
besides
care, I
candy.
love candy way too much.
No, I would
Not
eat candy.
I literally throw up every day.
I could.
That's true.
Wait, does chocolate count as candy?
Yeah.
But how could you just eat like candy all day? You would have to work out a lot.
I couldn't eat very overweight. I couldn't eat candy.
Are you not allowed to drink like water?
Yeah, you could drink like sodas.
Ew.
Your bones would snap if you only ate candy.
Wait, you can't.
You wouldn't have protein to like fill yourself.
I couldn't eat candy every day.
Okay, never mind. I choose.
I choose not to eat
Like
candy.
honestly, a good like ribs like better than candy.
So would you rather have 2 long teeth like a beaver or no teeth at all?
No teeth at all.
No teeth because then I could get veneers.
Yeah, you can get like those fake teeth.
Oh, that's true.
I don't want 2 little vampire teeth hanging down.
No, like in the front. Beaver.
When I got my teeth pulled, I looked like a beaver because I only had these 2 front teeth. So I was like.
So I would say no teeth, because then you can get those
teeth.
grandma things.
No teeth.
Dentures.
Dentures.
You can get dentures.
Or implants.
You just be like this all day.
Would you rather have bananas for fingers or bananas for toes?
Bananas for fingers because if you had them for toes, they would melt and get soggy when you washed them.
What happens if you had point shoes on?
No matter what, your fingers or toes are gonna turn brown.
I would
That's
definitely
gross.
want bananas for
But
fingers.
not if you eat your fingers.
If they were on your feet, they would turn like soggy.
But if they're on your feet, you could cover them up with your shoes.
But they would melt in your feet.
You can cover them up with your shoes.
Yeah, I would definitely still want that.
Would you wear gloves?
Yeah.
Or I'll just eat them the
You
first
just
5 seconds that I have.
And then you wouldn't have them.
So, I have another one. Would you guys rather be at the top of the pyramid or have a solo?
I would rather be having a solo, because if you're at the top of the pyramid, sometimes it makes sense if you're at the top to get a solo, but sometimes you're on the top and you get nothing, so.
Yeah, I would definitely rather have a solo.
I'd rather have a solo.
Because then if you do good at your solo, you could be on the top of the pyramid next week.
Yeah.
Solo.
Solo for sure.
Is anybody else really tempted to eat this candy?
I am.
Hey!
Is it like real or are we like gonna die?
Wait, I have a good would you rather.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather eat sour candy for the rest of your life
Sour.
or chocolate for the rest of your life?
Chocolate, because then you would get your nutrients, because like cocoa.
I would pick
plants.
chocolate.
Sour.
And you would get more cavities from sour because cocoa, you had dark chocolate.
Candy gets like
Good.
chocolate is good, but like you literally eat like a whole bag of sour candy, but you can only eat a few pieces of chocolate.
I would eat a full thing of chocolate.
Would you rather be invisible or be able to fly?
Invisible.
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 Airplanes are floor.
Invisible because then you can play a bunch of tricks on people without them knowing.
Invisible.
If
I was in trouble, I'd just be like, fly. Bye-bye.
That way
Or if like something bad would ever happen, you could just be like, snap your fingers and you'd be invisible.
But if you could fly, the same thing, you just fly out of the room.
What if you want
then
to
they
be
could look up
flying
and they could
invisible?
find you.
Yeah, but if you're invisible, they just can't see you at all.
I want to be invisible.
I could fly out of school.
Wait, it depends. If you're invisible, could you like go back to being visible, or like you're invisible your whole life?
But when you
can be back, you can
fly,
go back.
but when you can be on the ground and you can be above ground, but you can go as high as you want, and you can get as
Well,
fast.
eventually you'd go to outer space and then you wouldn't be able to go to outer
Go
space.
there.
Oh, I have one. Would you rather wear sweatpants for every day, like for the rest of your life, or would you rather always be super glam and like love whatever you wear, like whatever you wear is your personality?
Sweatpants.
Glam. I think I would choose glam,
do
but
wear sweatpants
I hate being uncomfortable, so.
Doesn't matter. Uncomfortable, comfortable.
Honestly, sweatpants are like the new.
Are you talking like
Premier.
Like
Glam.
Guys,
Every day.
what if all of us wear sweatpants and we can make it a thing?
Like Billie Eilish.
Sweatpants.
The overalls with pajama shirts.
Like Billie
onesies
Eilish.
with pajama shirts.
exactly.
Perfect.
Okay,
I could not wear a big dress every
I
single day.
could go glam every day of my life.
I would definitely
never be able to do.
I would choose this.
I think it's
See, I would choose
sweatpants.
glam when it comes to like makeup because I'm glam with my makeup
Yeah.
every
What
single
if
day.
they're glam sweatpants?
True. Oh. See, he's making it complicated again.
I would definitely choose glam because I just think it's fun to get all dressed up like
Yeah,
all
I would
the time.
do like
See,
premiere
but on the other
movie
hand,
glam
I
every
don't
day.
think it's fun to get all dressed up.
I think
But then
it's
if you're
really
going food
comfortable.
shopping and you're wearing like something that you would wear to a premiere, that's just weird.
I don't go food
Like,
shopping.
I don't need to go to Walmart in a dress.
Wait, would you guys rather go a month without Instagram or a month without brushing your teeth?
A month without brushing my teeth because I could just use mouthwash and floss.
I would go a month without Instagram because then I can have like Twitter or like Facebook.
Yeah, Snapchat. I go on
Snapchat.
I just go on my friend's phone. I go on Instagram during school.
But what if you wanted to create your own social media app?
Yeah, I know. all of our moms, like all of our moms run our Instagram, so I would go without Instagram and just go on my mom's phone and have her post for me.
Yeah, true. Just
I
definitely
would
go
Instagram.
without Instagram.
True.
Without Instagram.
Who do you hate being yelled at more, Abby or Gianna?
Abby.
Abby. Because Gianna doesn't really yell. When she yells, she's still nice.
When she yells, it's like a real reason.
Yeah.
Not like,
Point your toes and you're like, I'm standing on my 2 feet. How can I point my toes when I'm just
your
standing here?
eyelashes are too long.
Oh, I have a good would you rather. Would you rather have Abby yell at you 24/7 or never talk to you?
There are kids that don't have legs that can't even dance. You should be grateful for these opportunities.
Yell at me 24/7.
Yell at me 24/7.
Yeah, yell at me.
Because then you'd get a lot better.
And plus,
Be like, you're awesome at dancing. Not.
you are great. You're doing great.
No, you're not.
I can't believe you got first. I'm so proud of you. Not.
So would you rather meet Grayson Dolan or Zac Efron?
Grayson
No,
Dolan.
but Zac Efron and Grayson Dolan are both mine.
Well, we can all
Pick one.
Wait, guys, who's the most boy crazy on the team?
Sarah.
It's obvious.
But Grayson Dolan is mine.
No, Grayson.
no.
Okay, we've been over this since day one. Grayson Dolan is mine.
It's neither of you guys.
You guys.
So now you're cheating.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
And Grayson Dolan.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have Chipotle, Grayson Dolan, and Zac Efron. They're all three mine.
I would, out of the two, I would want to
Grayson's
meet
mine.
Grayson because he's just really cute.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm Lily, and we're from the ALDC.
If you love Dance Moms as much as we do,
Subscribe to Lifetime for more.